The woman you've been waiting to become, she's been waiting for you too. She has been standing at the door of your becoming, patient, certain, completely unshaken, knowing that one day you would get tired. Tired of performing, shrinking, tired of a life that fits everyone around you perfectly, but doesn't fit you at all. And on that day, you would finally turn around and she would be right there. Friend, that day is today. This is the one we've been building toward. Okay, you already know. Confident and empowered women, this podcast is your reminder you are that girl. Every episode is a new conversation, a new framework, a new invitation to show up as the most powerful version of yourself. Subscribe and pull up a seat because this community is exactly where you belong. Welcome back to the series Unavailable for Self Abandonment, a series for women who are done negotiating with themselves. This is for the woman who's confident enough to disappoint because self-trust is now the new standard. Here, confidence is more than a feeling. It's a belief formed through action, practice, and repetition. It's what you do when it would be easier to explain yourself, perform, or betray what you already know is true for you. So if you are ready to stop abandoning yourself just to keep the peace, you are in the right place. Hey, friend. I'm so glad you are here today. Not just because this is the finale of one of the most important series I've ever created, but because making it to this episode 283, it means something. It means you showed up through 10 episodes. Listen. Friend, when I first started working on this little series right here, I initially started thinking this is just going to be a cute little mini series. But the more that I thought about you and what you needed to truly become unavailable for self-abandonment, we had to pull this thing into 10 episodes, okay? Through the uncomfortable truths, through the moments that probably made you put your hand over your mouth and whisper, "How did she know?" You kept showing up. And I don't want to gloss over that because showing up for yourself, even in the form of pressing play on a podcast, is a practice. And you have been practicing. So before we go anywhere today, I just want to say, I see you. I'm so proud of you and what you are about to step into, because today we are not just closing a series. Today, we are opening a door, and on the other side of that door is the woman you came here to find. So let's go get her. Okay, you are my spirit animal. If in your head you also heard, "Somebody come get her." Okay, I'm sorry. Like, my mind just works in movie lyrics and movies all day. I don't know what to do about it. But we gotta have some fun while we are doing this work, okay? Before we step through that door, I want to look back at the path that brought us here, because you didn't just listen to a podcast series. You walked through a transformation, one brave episode at a time. And I want to honor every single step of that. In episode 274, you learned that confidence is not just a feeling you wait for. It's built through action, one uncomfortable step at a time. In episode 275, you stopped measuring your progress by how it feels and started trusting what it's quietly building in you. In episode 276, we went deep on "It's fine," and you learned it's not peace. It's a slow surrender of your own truth. In episode 277, you learned that a boundary doesn't need a dissertation, okay? It just needs to be held. In episode 278, this was all about choosing yourself without needing agreement and that it's not selfish. It is sovereign. In episode 279, you learn that your standards are not too high. They are exactly right for the woman you are becoming. And in episode 280, you learn that showing up as your unedited self is not vulnerability, it is power. In episode 281, this one was straight up a no chaser. You don't have an attracting problem, you have a tolerating problem. And this was your declaration that you are done tolerating what doesn't honor you. And in episode 282, you learned that self-love is not soft. It is the most stabilizing, most grounding, powerful foundation you will ever build. Friend, just look at how far you have come. Look at everything you have faced, named, and chosen to do differently. This is not small at all. This right here is a whole transformation. And today we bring it all the way home. Now, before we go into full celebration mode, I want you to sit with something for just a moment because in order to truly stop abandoning yourself, you have to understand what abandoning yourself has actually cost you. Not the surface level cost, not just the tired and the unfulfilled. I'm talking about the deep cost, the one that lives underneath everything. Self abandonment cost you your instincts. Every time you override your gut to accommodate somebody else, your instincts get a little quieter until one day you realize you don't even know what you want anymore. Not because the answer isn't there, but because you've been so busy knowing what everybody else needs that your own voice becomes a whisper you stopped being able to hear. Self abandonment cost you your relationships, not just with other people, but with yourself. The most important one, the one that sets the tone for every other relationship in your life. When you abandon yourself, you attract people who expect you to keep doing it. When you stop, everything around you begins to shift. Self abandonment cost you your purpose because what you carry, your gifts, your calling, the thing you were specifically created to bring requires a whole woman to carry it, not a woman who has given pieces of herself away to everybody who asked. A whole woman, present, grounded, rooted in who she is. And here's what I need you to receive today. Everything we've covered in this series was never about fixing something broken in you. It was about restoring something into wholeness. You were never broken, friend. You were just buried underneath everyone else's expectations, their agendas and list of demands, under the weight of who you were performing to be, under the years of saying yes when every part of you meant no. But the real you, she never left. Whole time she was in there, waiting on you patiently. So I want to give you something to carry out of this series, not just a feeling or inspiration that's going to fade by Friday. A declaration, a way of living, a daily practice of choosing yourself. I call it finally, because that is exactly what this moment is for all of us. F is for free from outside approval. Your life is not a proposal waiting to be approved. And neither are your boundaries, by the way. They are not negotiable. You don't need a committee to validate your decisions. What you know about yourself in the quiet, in those sweet, honest moments, that is enough. You are free. The I is for intentional about who gets access because not everybody deserves a seat in your VIP section of who you're becoming. You are intentional, discerning, and selective. And that is not cold. That is wisdom born from knowing your worth. Okay, Queen? The N is for no longer negotiating your worth. Your value is not determined by who stayed or who left, not by who clapped or who didn't understand. You know what you are worth, and you are done, and I mean done, accepting anything less than what you deserve. A, aligned with who you are becoming. Every decision, every boundary, every yes, and every no is filtered through her. This first L is leaving self abandonment behind. Not perfectly, not without moments of backsliding. Okay, friend? If you think that you're just going to implement this and that's it and there's never any maintenance required, friend, let's not set ourselves up for failure. We are going to have some moments of backsliding, okay? The old us, she's still up in there and she likes to make a cameo appearance here and there, okay? So don't give yourself a hard time. Just be intentional with a heart that keeps choosing to come back to itself. You are leaving self abandonment behind, one brave choice at a time. The second L is living inside out. No more performing for the outside at the expense of what's on the inside. What is true in you gets to show up in the world. That is integrity, wholeness, and it is the most magnetic way a woman can live. The why just might be my favorite. Yes to herself. First, always, and unapologetically, not at the expense of everyone else, but never again at the expense of herself. Ooh, friend. Finally, yes. Free from the outside approval, intentional about who gets access, no longer negotiating your worth, aligned with who you are becoming, leaving self abandonment behind, living inside out, and yes, to herself. That's right. She gets the first yes every single time. Ooh, woo. Now this is exciting. This is where the portal opens and you are meeting her. So who is she? Okay. Who is this woman you are finally meeting? Well, let me introduce you. She is the woman who walks into a room and doesn't scan it for permission to be there. She walks in, she fills it with her presence and her truth. She is the woman who feels something and says it, not cruelly, not loudly, but clearly, honestly, without apologizing for having a heart. She is a woman who makes a decision and stands on business without the committee, without the dissertation. She decides she's here. That's it. And that is enough. She is the woman who loves herself on the ordinary days, not just the breakthrough days. I'm talking the regular schmegular Tuesday afternoon when there's nothing special, hard, and even on the heavy days. She shows up for herself on all of them. She is the woman who receives love, rest, help, abundance, goodness without deflecting, without deciding she hasn't earned it. She opens her hands and she receives. And here's the truth I want to leave on your heart. She is not someone you have to become. She is someone you have to uncover. She has always been there, underneath the people pleasing, the shrinking, underneath every year of making yourself smaller than you are. She was always right there, waiting patiently, certain you would find your way back. And here you are, friend. And this is for the woman who is ready to take everything she just heard and actually do something with it. Because if this series has been speaking to you in the way I think it has, you are going to want the main character momentum builder in your hands. Friend, this is a digital guide for the woman who is finally ready to get clear on who she actually is, start trusting herself for real, and walk fully into her main character energy. Not perform it, but live it. It is all in the show notes, so go grab it after this episode. Okay, you already know. Information without application is just inspiration that fades by Friday. So here is what we are actually going to do with everything we just covered. It moves you into real life, into your journal, into your mirror, into the quiet decisions you make when nobody is watching. So let's get into your self-love two-step. Think of it as me getting the party started, and then you keep it going in whatever feels most aligned for you. Okay, you already know how to do this by now, because with every single episode, we do the work. That is the practice. This is what makes this more than a podcast. It makes it a transformation. So for our finale, I want to give you two things that belong to you. Not my words, not my declarations, but yours, in your voice, for your life, for this exact season of your becoming. Step 1, write your finally declaration. Take every letter of the framework and make it personal. What does free from outside approval look like specifically in your life right now? What does yes to herself look like in the decisions you make tomorrow morning? Write the whole declaration and keep it someplace sacred. Your journal, your nightstand, on your mirror, somewhere you can find it when you forget, because you will forget sometimes. We all do. That is not failure. That is human. The declaration is what brings you back to yourself every single time. Step 2, the meeting mirror moment. Tonight, stand in front of your mirror, look yourself in the eyes, really look, not a glance, a full, real, I see you kind of look, and say out loud, I see you. I'm sorry it took me so long. I'm not going anywhere. We're doing this together. Then say your name, your full government name, friend, okay? And say, she finally met her. Let yourself feel whatever comes up, the emotion, the relief, the recognition. Let it all come and flow. Because what rises in that moment is not weakness. It is healing. That is wholeness. That is you finally coming home to yourself. Now, let me pour into you real quick, as if this whole episode hasn't basically been just that dedicated to you. Okay, friend, but I want you to just pause with me for a moment. Put everything down if you are safe to do so. Just be right here with me, because I know who is listening to this today. She is the woman who has been giving everything she has to everyone around her and wondering in the quiet moments, when will it finally be her turn? She is the woman who has been showing up so faithfully for everyone else's story that she almost forgot she was writing her own. She is the woman who knows somewhere deep beneath all of the performing and producing that there is more, that she is more, that the life she is actually meant to live looks different from the one she's been living. I need you to hear this like it's the only thing that matters today. You are not asking for too much. You are not too much. You are not hard to love. You are simply a woman who has spent too long making herself available for less than she deserves. And the fact that something in you recognized that, the fact that you found this series, showed up for this work, and made it all the way to this finale, that is not an accident. That is your becoming calling you forward. The woman you stopped abandoning yourself for, she is not someone you have to earn. She is not someone waiting on the other side of perfect. She is you right now in this moment, worthy of every single thing you have been withholding from yourself. Ooh, friend, just know I love you, and I'm sending you the biggest virtual hug. We started out this series with a question. What would your life look like if you stopped abandoning yourself? And I'm here to tell you, 10 episodes later, this is not a question anymore. That is your life. Your life looks like a woman who knows herself. Your life looks like boundaries that don't require apologies. Your life looks like standards that don't bend under pressure. Your life looks like love, real love that starts from within and radiates out. Your life looks like her. The woman you were when you started this series, honor her. She was doing everything she knew how to do. But the woman you are right now, okay, she is unavailable. Unavailable for settling, shrinking, unavailable for performing for everyone else at the cost of herself, unavailable for relationships that require her to be less, unavailable for a life that fits everyone around her and leaves no room for her. She is unavailable for self-abandonment. And this is not the end of this series, friend. This is the beginning of your story. The one where you are the main character. The one where you stopped abandoning yourself. The one where you finally, and I mean finally, meet her. She's been waiting. Go meet her. And remember, being confident enough to disappoint might be one of the most loving things you ever do, because every time you choose alignment over attachment, you strengthen the belief that you can trust yourself. The moment you reconnect to your standard, self-trust deepens. Go within, trust what you find, and fall in love with yourself for real this time. Stay encouraged, stay unavailable for self-abandonment, and always, always choose her first. You are the main character of your life, friend, okay? Go out here and do your queen thing, okay? Love you, friend.